Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here coming at you with another interesting video today. Now, before I get started with anything that I do want to talk about in this video, guys, I would like to let you all know, first and foremost, that all relevant information will be provided in the description down below, just in case you guys are interested. Now, I'm going to say this here and now, guys. I really enjoy talking about how dangerous some Christians can be when it comes to this religion that they believe in. I enjoy it because it shows people that these dangerous individuals are willing to go that extra mile for a fairy tale. A brutal mile, I might add. I mean, this kind of tells you a lot about a person and what they are really like. The Bible does promote this garbage, it promotes this violence, and these Christians are happy with that. They are happy because they want these bad and horrible ideas to come to fruition, especially when it comes to non believers like myself. To tell you guys the truth, they would actually be happy to see us die. Many of them have said it over and over again. They are not ashamed of it and they never will be. They love this hatred and bigotry like there is no tomorrow. Shit, they love this hatred and bigotry more than life itself. Now, before I get started with what this bigoted and hateful Christian had to say, I figured that I would let everyone know about how all of this began in the first place. Now, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, thanks to the support of its members nationwide, is proudly underwriting an impressive monument to the eminent civil libertarian who fought perhaps the most famous legal battle in U.S. history. The statue of legendary lawyer and rationalist Clarence Darrow is to be dedicated on Friday, July 14th, right in front of the site of the historic Scopes Evolution trial, the Rhea County Courthouse in Dayton, Tennessee. A local statue of Darrow's legal adversary, William Jennings Bryan, given to the county by the William Jennings Bryan College, inspired talented sculptor Zenos Fradukis, FFRF, and others to seek to remedy the missing link. Darrow will soon take his rightful place adjacent to Bryan on the courthouse lawn. Darrow defended John Scopes when he was charged with teaching evolution at the 1925 trial of the century. Now, to be honest with you guys, I am actually glad that this is happening because, as far as I'm concerned, real education and real facts are way more important than fairy tales. These important things were fought for way back then, and they are being fought for right now because a lot of Christians don't want children to have a real education and they don't want children to be taught real facts. Christians want to rob innocent children of everything completely. The issue that worries me the most is the fact that these people are not going to rest until they have success. I look at this monument as a symbol of fighting for what is right. That is the way that I see it. Morally bankrupt Christians don't want this monument there, and that is what this next story is all about. Terror for Jesus. A gun toting, evolution denying, Bible thumping Christian extremist is threatening atheists in Tennessee. Now, longtime Christian activist Pastor June Griffin of the American Bible Protestant Church is making subtle and not so subtle threats against atheists and other free thinkers behind a new statue of legendary lawyer and rationalist Clarence Darrow. Now, the statue is set to be again dedicated on Friday, July 14th, in front of the site of the historic Scopes Evolution trial, the Rhea County Courthouse in Dayton, Tennessee. Now, declaring that an atheist is not on equal footing with a Christian, Griffin told WRCB that she is not happy with the new statue and suggested that she and others would absolutely take the law into their own hands if the statue goes up as planned. Now, as usual, guys, when something good happens, there's almost always a Christian who is there to literally screw everything up. I mean, look at what this Christian is doing here, issuing threats. Why? Because people are doing something that she doesn't like, which is equality. Christians like her just want to prop everything up for themselves and to hell with the rest. I'm afraid that I will never understand why some Christians feel so threatened whenever something like this happens. The other side just wants fair representation, and that's it. There's nothing bad about that. There's nothing immoral about that at all in any way, shape, or fucking form. And I have news for you, June Griffin. To say that we are not on equal footing is just preposterous in my eyes. We are just individuals who think different, and that's it. It doesn't make us less human. Actually, the more that I think about it, you're right. We are not on equal footing. Actually, I think that I am beyond you because I'm not willing to sit there and think that a fairy tale has all of the answers. Your fairy tale Christianity does not have any answers when it comes to reality. Christianity offers nothing that can be verifiable. Now, when I look at people like you, Christians like you, I start to feel sorry for you guys because you cannot maintain civility. You're right away, as you said, want to take the law into your hands to solve every problem that you have. It doesn't matter though, because people like me are always going to continue to stand against people like you. I actually think that this new statue does an excellent job representing that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. People who do horrible things in the name of an imaginary character make me sick to no end. They don't care about the value of education or anything else for that matter. They just want to believe in a talking snake, and that's it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just don't expect other people to take your religious propaganda seriously. In other words, June Griffin, keep your shit to yourself. This type of mindset, this type of thinking, if you will, is the problem in this country. And it is not going to get any better. In fact, it is going to get much worse, unfortunately. Morally bankrupt Christians like this are actually doing this shit all over the country with so many different things, not just in Tennessee. I guess we are just going to have to sit here and wait just to see what actually happens. Again, so much for that Christian morality that I always hear about. Guys, I know that this Christian is literally a pain in the ass, but I'm going to go for just a little bit longer. Just try to bear with me. We will get through this together. I'm scared. Now, during an interview, Griffin said, and I quote, "All history proves the existence of God and evolution is a joke for any thinking person. This is a very serious matter. The courthouse is a sacred place. You don't turn it into a theater." "Well, I know God is real and he's not pleased with this," she says. "You can come in here with all kinds of French opinions of this, that, and the other, but this is not France and we don't run on opinions. An atheist is not on equal footing with a Christian. You commissioners have betrayed the people of this country," she says. "You have betrayed them. There are people that live on the outskirts and they don't make appointments with Channel 3. They just do things. And I've heard talk of, well, there's spray paint." No, Miss Religious Person. All history points to the evolutionary process. I want to make that perfectly known. We have evidence for that. Now, for over 2,000 years now, you Christians have failed to provide any evidence for this alleged God of yours. In fact, the way that I see it is simple. You have betrayed yourself as a human being because of your insecurities about your own mortality. That within itself is pathetic, if you ask me. You ultimately chose something that makes you feel good despite the fact that you have no evidence for it. Like I said earlier, I feel sorry for people like you. I actually do. If you were an actual thinking person, Mrs. Griffin, you wouldn't have the position that you have. Just saying. You're right about one thing, though. This is a very serious matter. Equal representation is serious and should be treated as such. You just cannot erase a part of history because you don't like it. That is stupidity at its finest, as far as I'm concerned. I literally have to laugh my ass off, guys, when she says that we don't run off opinions because that is what she is running off of right now. I personally don't think that she can comprehend the amount of hypocrisy that she is showing here. That is what is so amusing about this. You, Miss Griffin, have betrayed this country. You have betrayed the founding fathers that laid the secular foundation for this country, and that is a fact whether you like it or not. Christians like you do this shit every day, and it gets even more pathetic. That is right, guys. She is going to show everyone just how childish she is. She and many others want to get spray paint and vandalize the statue when it goes up, or perhaps even worse. That tells us, guys, that she and many others like her don't really respect this country for what it should be by law. They are more of a problem than what it is actually worth, and it's only going to get worse every single day that it happens. It all boils down to the fact, guys, that these Christians want a theocracy. I have talked about this many times. The part that really angers me the most, guys, is the fact that these idiots are succeeding in so many different ways. We see evidence of this all over the country. The founding fathers are essentially being shit on right now, and it sucks. That is okay, though, because we will be here to fight them every step of the way. We have to in order to have a good country for everyone to live in. I really hope, guys, that in the next election process that we have people elected that will fight this garbage. Plain and simple. The founding fathers left the tyranny of Christianity in Europe for a reason. And guess what, guys? It is happening here again. Soon we will have all kinds of issues and people are going to start getting hurt. That is what worries me the most about all of this. These morally bankrupt Christians do not care, though, because it is, again, all about a theocracy for them. They are willing to do anything to get it. Guys, there is definitely more to share with you, and it will be in the description down below for you guys to check out if you do get the chance, of course. It's just this type of shit is getting out of control completely. We are all human beings here, and I wish that these morally bankrupt Christians would start taking that seriously. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to give everyone a basic idea of what is going on right now with this situation. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I do thank you all for watching.